Welcome to the Vinyl Siding Institute's training video on installing vinyl siding. This video provides demonstrations of techniques that should be used in the field when installing vinyl siding, trim, soffit, and fascia. In this section, we'll cover flashing around windows, aluminum trim coil and a portable field brake, and J-channel around windows, tops of walls, roof lines, and gables. If you are installing and flashing a new window, refer to the window manufacturer's instructions and ASTM E2112, the standard practice for installation of exterior windows, doors, and skylights, for the proper flashing installation method for the window type and wall configuration on the project. For more information about the ASTM standards mentioned in this video, visit astm.org. The following instructions should be used when applying window flashing to a previously installed nail-fin window that does not have flashing. Before applying window trim, install flashing on all four sides of the window to ensure that water drains properly around the window. The pieces should be applied first on the bottom, then the sides, and then the top. First, apply a continuous bead of sealant to the nailing flange of the sill. The sealant should cover the nails and nail slots. Be sure that the sealant is compatible with the materials of the window, flashing, and water-resistive barrier. Contact the sealant manufacturer for job-specific recommendations. If you are using a self-adhering flashing, sealant may not be necessary. Apply a minimum of 9-inch wide horizontal sill flashing, level with the bottom edge of the existing window, by pressing the flashing into the sealant bed at its top edge. Cut the sill flashing long enough to extend a minimum of 9 inches beyond each jamb. Fasten the sill flashing at the bottom and side edges. Use the same sealant technique for the jambs of the window. Continue the bead of sealant at the jambs vertically, a minimum of 8.5 inches above the head of the window, to allow for bedding the top portion of the jamb flashing into the sealant in the next step. Install the jamb flashing by pressing the flashing into the sealant beads at the window jambs. Extend the bottom edge of the jamb flashing approximately a ½ inch short of the sill flashing edge, and extend the top edge approximately 8.5 inches beyond the head of the window, where the head flashing will be placed next. Install the head flashing by pressing the bottom edge of the flashing into the sealant bead previously applied across the mounting flange. Extend the ends of the head flashing approximately 1 inch beyond the jamb flashing at each end. Fasten the head flashing into place along the top edge. If a window with exterior casing or brick mold has been installed without flashing, then use the following instruction. Ensure that the exterior casing has been sealed to the exterior sheathing or the water-resistive barrier with a good quality sealant. Contact the sealant manufacturer for job-specific recommendations. Cover the exterior casing around windows with field-formed aluminum trim coil. This is accomplished using flat trim coil and a portable field brake. To start, record measurements of the wood trim on a drawing. Take exact measurements of the required dimensions, including the length. However, when planning the design of the capping, keep in mind that you may have to add 1/32 of an inch for each inside bend, and extra material might be needed at the ends to help divert water. Next, cut the desired length and width of trim coil with either tin snips or a utility blade. Mark the points where the bends need to be made. Place the marked sheet into the brake and form the desired shape. Make sure to cut tabs to help divert water. The formed piece should now fit snugly onto the wood trim. The bottom formed piece should be attached first, followed by the side pieces. Cut a 45-degree miter joint on both ends of the top piece to allow for proper water drainage and for the best appearance. The top piece is always the last piece installed. When nailing trim coil, always use painted aluminum or stainless steel trim nails in less noticeable places. To allow for expansion and contraction, nail holes should be bigger than the nail shank, but smaller than the nail head. Nail holes should be pre-drilled, and nails should not be driven so tight as to dimple the aluminum. Rigid head flashing must be sealed to the exterior sheathing and the top of the exterior casing. Cut notches in both ends of the rigid head flashing and bend them down over the sides of the exterior casing. Install the head flashing on top of the exterior casing, covering the head capping. The ends of the rigid head flashing must extend to the outer edges of the exposed legs of the side J-channel. Next, we'll show J-channel around windows, doors, and other large openings to receive the siding. First, take exact measurements of the opening. Allow for the width of both side J-channels when cutting the length of the bottom J-channel. The bottom J-channel should be cut and installed first. At the ends of the bottom J-channel, notches should be cut to accept the tabs on the side J-channels. Although J-channel is preferred, a piece of utility trim can be used instead. The side J-channel is installed next. Cut 45-degree miters and tabs in the bottoms of the side pieces and both ends of the top piece to allow for proper water drainage and for proper appearance. The top piece is always installed last. Gables and tops of walls might require the use of more than one full piece of J-channel. Make sure not to gap or butt the J-channel. Cut 1 inch of the nail hem and lip of one J-channel and lap it 3/4 of an inch into the other J-channel, leaving a 1/4 inch gap. When installing J-channel over roof lines, the J-channel must be at least a 1/2 inch above the roofing materials to prevent distortion of the J-channel from heat. In certain cases, such as dark shingles on a south or west exposure, a metal J-channel is recommended. When installing J-channel at the peak of the gable, butt the 2 J-channels at the peak and then miter cut the J-channel that overlaps the other. To get more installation best practices and learn more about our certified products, visit vinylsiding.org.